All right, guys, last time you split into 2 teams and infiltrated the sunken crown 12 hours early. Quill and Barwin, you started climbing the 200-foot eastern wall. Barwin, you kept complaining about your crippling fear of heights while Quill roped you both together for safety. You fell multiple times, accidentally killed a guard with a psychic blade when he spotted you dangling from a rope, then crushed another guard to death when a drainage pipe collapsed on him. The Crown security thinks it's just structural failures. No alarm raised. You made it to the roof where you found a patrol guard. Quill, you wanted to kill him, but Barwin refused. You literally rolled dice to decide his fate. Barwin won by 1, so you knocked him out with sleep and tied him to a chimney instead of slitting his throat. You found a maintenance skylight, picked the lock, and Barwin, you cast Featherfall so you could drop 30 feet down onto the catwalks inside. Meanwhile, Thrunk, Pervious, and Squibbity, you walked straight through the main entrance. Thrunk, you arm wrestled the door guard for free entry and absolutely destroyed him, cracking the wood with his hand. Inside, you watched a goblin murder a minotaur and saw off his horns while the crowd went insane. Pervious, your threads were pulling you down, not up. You found a heavily guarded door in the back corner protected by the ugliest bastard you've ever seen. 300 pounds, meat cleaver weapon, face like a punching bag. Thrunk, you cast command and made him literally shit himself in front of the entire crowd. He ran away in shame, leaving a trail of liquid shit across the floor. Pervious, you used your temporal punch to phase the lock mechanism into iron dust, and you all descended the stairs into darkness. At the bottom, you heard water flowing and voices. You froze and listened. It's Marlo himself, waiting for someone called Tobin to arrive, talking about skinning people. You're both inside now. Quill and Barwin on the catwalks above, Thrunk, Pervious, and Squibbity on the stairs below.
I need to see what we're dealing with. Joe, I creep down the remaining stairs and poke my head around the corner to scout.
Stealth check.
That's a 10. Ugh, my dice hate me.
You reach the bottom of the stairs and peer around the corner. The space that opens up before you is genuinely impressive and completely unexpected. You're looking at an underground canal system, a massive tunnel carved through living rock, maybe 50 feet wide and 30 feet high. Water flows through the center channel, dark and slow-moving, wide enough for small barges. Stone walkways run along both sides. 6 guards are stationed on your side of the canal. But these aren't the street thugs from upstairs. These are professionals. Matching plate mail polished to a dull sheen, dark burgundy cloaks with silver trim, weapons that actually look maintained. They're standing in formation, not lounging around. And that's when your foot scrapes against loose stone. The sound echoes. One guard's head snaps toward you immediately. Hey, you there! This is a restricted area! He starts moving toward your position, hand on his sword.
You fucking idiot!
Shit, I don't want to compromise everything. Joe, I burst out from cover, running into plain view of all the guards, and I start shouting,
The water! The precious water! You're poisoning it! The fish! Think of the fish! The ecosystem is dying!
What?
I'm going full eco-warrior lunatic! Years from now, your children will ask, why didn't you save the underground canal fish, Daddy? And what will you say? What will you say?
The guard stops in confusion. What the fuck?
I run straight past him toward the canal.
The chemical runoff from your armor polish is creating algae blooms. Algae blooms! I'm pulling off my shirt as I run. Someone has to speak for the aquatic life.
The guards are genuinely stunned. One of them actually lowers his sword, just staring. Another one says, Is this happening?
Joe, I leap into one of the small boats moored at the canal edge.
That's not me, then who? If not now, then when?
Then I grab an oar and start paddling frantically down the canal.
Save the underground ecosystem!
2 guards snap out of their confusion and rush to another boat. The main one that was talking to Marlo says,
Get that crazy bastard before Sir Tobin arrives.
The second guard jumps in the boat. What do we tell Marlo if he comes out and asks?
That a fucking lunatic kobold had an environmental breakdown. I don't know, I don't care, just catch him.
They push off, paddling after you. The remaining 4 guards are watching this unfold with a mixture of embarrassment and disbelief. One is actually chuckling. In 20 years of duty, that's a new one.
Joe, telepathically, I tell Thrunk, I saw 6 guards, professional ones, and a door where Marlo went. I'm leading 2 away. The other 4 are distracted. Don't worry about me. Just find out what's in that room. I'm giving you maybe 30 seconds of confusion.
Joe, are they actually distracted?
You peek around the corner. The 4 remaining guards are all facing the canal, watching their compatriots chase Squibbity. One is doubled over laughing. Another is shaking his head in disbelief. None of them are looking at the stairwell.
Perfect. Come on, Pervious, we're moving. Joe, we run across the open area as quiet as we can toward the door Marlo went through.
The threads say this is our moment. I follow.
Stealth checks, both of you.
13.
21.
Pervious, you move like silk across water, your footfalls somehow finding the exact spots where the stone won't echo. Thrunk, you're less graceful, but the guards are so fixated on the canal chase that your heavier footfalls go unnoticed.
You can hear Squibbity's voice echoing off the tunnel walls. The underground ecology needs protection. Where's your environmental impact assessment? I demand to speak to your environmental compliance officer.
Nice.
You're fucking insane, man. I love it.
You reach the door Marlo entered. It's in a side corridor, maybe 15 feet long, carved smooth and lit by expensive magical sconces. The door itself is quality. Dark wood with brass fixtures and a glass panel in the upper half instead of bars. Looking through, you don't see Marlo. What you do see makes your heart skip a beat, Thrunk. It's a trophy room, but not for hunting. Weapons line the walls, not displayed for beauty but for use. A crossbow that glows with enchantment. A set of knives in a velvet case, each one probably worth more than you've ever owned. Locked cabinets with glass fronts showing vials, scrolls, items of obvious magical power. At the back of this 30 by 30 room is another door, heavy oak with iron reinforcement. It's slightly ajar, maybe 6 inches open.
Joe, I test the door handle carefully. Is this one locked?
No. Marlo was clearly in too much of a mood to bother locking it behind him.
I push it open, just enough for us to slip through.
The door opens silently on well-maintained hinges. You're inside Marlo's antechamber now. The voices from the back room are clearer but still muffled. It sounds like Marlo is giving orders to someone, his tone sharp and businesslike.
We creep closer to that back door to listen. Joe, I want to hear what this fucker's planning.
Do you want to roll new stealth checks or use your previous ones?
Absolutely using the last ones. I'm not risking another roll.
Same. 21 should carry me through.
You move across the trophy room past a cabinet containing what looks like preserved organs in jars, under a mounted hand that's been turned to solid gold mid-grasp. You reach the door and can now hear Marlo clearly, and that's where we're going to jump back to Team Quill. All right, Quill and Barwin, you're on the catwalk, carefully making your way toward where it meets the upper floor. The metal walkway sways slightly with each step. Looking ahead, you can see where the catwalk ends at a solid balcony, one of the old theater's mezzanine levels, now converted into VIP viewing areas. There's an ornate iron railing about 4 feet high, separating the catwalk from the balcony proper.
Easy enough. Joe, I hop over the railing onto solid ground.
Athletics check.
15.
You vault the railing smoothly, landing silently on thick carpet. After all that stone and metal, the plush floor feels almost alien under your feet. Barwin, you following?
Reluctantly, yes, that's a 12.
You make it over, though your loot dagger catches on the railing briefly.
Why don't you just disassemble that thing?
No, it's amazing.
You're now on the 3rd floor VIP level. The difference from the crowd areas over 150 feet below is immediate. Actual carpet instead of sticky stone, painted walls instead of bare rock, and those magical sconces providing steady light instead of flickering torches. To your left, a stone stairway curves downward, probably connecting to the lower VIP levels. To your right, an ornate wooden door with brass fixtures, the kind that whispers money and private.
We go right. Always follow the money.
Okay. So you move that way and push on the door. It opens into a corridor that's trying very hard to pretend this isn't a converted theater in a shit district. Red carpet runners, oil paintings of what are probably famous fighters, little side tables with wilting flowers and expensive vases. The paintings are interesting. Each one shows a victor standing over a corpse, dated going back 20 years. This place has history. You pass 2 more doors, both closed, with brass nameplates. Private Suite 3A, Private Suite 3B. The corridor curves following the theater's original architecture. At the end, maybe 60 feet from where you entered, is another door. This one's slightly different. newer, recently installed with a small window at eye height.
I creep up and listen at the door.
Perception check.
That's a 17.
Someone's laughing behind the door. High, theatrical, the kind of laugh that's practiced in mirrors. It's absolutely grating.
Oh, this is delicious! Look at him, trying to be brave. Tell me, Cat, do you think your friends will come? Do you think they care enough to walk into my house of horrors for damaged goods?
A voice responds, weak, pained.
Just get it over with. Over with? Over with? My dear Cat, we haven't even started the real fun. The main event isn't until midnight, and it's only... Trevor, what time is it?
Not even one yet, Mr. Florian.
See? 11 more hours of anticipation. We have so many games to play. I'm thinking we start with the other hand. Symmetry is so important, don't you think?
You hear the distinctive sound of metal being drawn from leather, a blade being unsheathed.
Please! 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 Did my darling say please when your friends murdered her? When they threw her off a building like garbage?
Fuck! Joe, telepathically, I reach out to Thrunk. Found Jask. Florian has him. He's being tortured still. Only one guard that I can hear.
Telepathically, I respond. We're busy. Marlo's down here in some underground canal system. Squibbity's causing chaos. We're about to eavesdrop on something big. Get Jask and get the fuck out. We'll meet up after.
I whisper to Barwin, they're torturing him in there. One guard for sure, plus this Florian character.
Oh, thank the gods we found him, and I don't need to do any more climbing. How do you want to do this?
I need to see the layout. Joe, I cracked the door just slightly to get a visual.
Sleight of hand check to open it without being noticed.
That's 19.
You ease the door open, maybe an inch, just enough to see through. The room beyond is a converted box suite from the theater's glory days, maybe 20 by 30 feet, with the fourth wall open to overlook the fighting pit below. It's been furnished with obscene luxury. Velvet chairs, a fully stocked bar with crystal decanters, a rug that probably cost more than most people's houses. Jask is in the center of the room, on his knees, hands bound behind him with thick rope. He looks bad. Face swollen, one eye completely shut, dried blood crusted around his mouth. His left hand is wrapped in bloody rags where his fingers were taken. Fresh blood is seeping through. Standing over him is who must be Florian. He's exactly what you'd expect from someone named Florian who tortures people for fun. Tall, thin to the point of being gaunt, wearing a purple velvet jacket with gold trim. His hair is perfectly styled, his nails are manicured, and he's holding a skinning knife with the grace someone else might hold a wine glass. The guard, Trevor, is professional muscle. 6 feet of trained killer in well-maintained armor, hand never leaving his sword hilt. He's positioned beside Florian.
Christ, that Florian looks like a proper melon.
Can you handle the guard?
Define handle.
Disable, distract, or kill. I'm not picky at this point.
I could sleep him again.
Do me a favor, both of you. Give me stealth checks to see how quiet you're being whilst talking.
That's a 26, Joe.
And an 8 for me, damn it.
Oof.
Okay. As you're whispering, Trevor's head suddenly turns toward the door. Professional instincts.
Mr. Florian, we have company.
Company? How delightful! Trevor, be a dear and see who's decided to join our private party.
Trevor starts moving towards your door, hand drawing his sword.
Shit. Barwin, we need a plan. Now.
I've got this. Follow my lead. Joe, as Trevor reaches for the door handle, I push it open myself and stride in confidently. Gentlemen, terribly sorry to interrupt, but I was sent to inquire if you required any refreshments.
Deception check.
That's a 14.
Trevor doesn't buy it for a second. His sword is fully drawn now.
No one sent you. Whoever you are, identify yourself. Now.
Florian turns from Jask, intrigued.
Oh my! An intruder? How exciting! Trevor, don't kill him just yet. I want to know who's stupid enough to interrupt my private time.
Ah, sod it. I am Barwin Brexitus, travelling bard and connoisseur of fine experiences. I heard there was culture to be found up here, away from the unwashed masses below.
Florian's eyes light up.
A bard! Oh, how wonderful! Tell me, did you see the fight earlier? The goblin and the minotaur? Absolutely savage!
Then his expression shifts, studying you more carefully.
Wait, you seem familiar. Jask, do you recognize this man?
No, not at all.
You wouldn't happen to have a bird, an elephant, and a lizard as friends, would you?
I have many friends of various species.
Oh, you're one of them. Trevor, this is one of the ones who murdered my darling.
His voice rises to a shriek.
The ones who threw her off a roof like she was nothing.
Want me to gut him, sir?
No, not yet. But whoever else is lurking outside that door, do come in. Or Trevor will kill your friend here, and then I'll kill the cat and we'll all have a very messy afternoon. You have 3 seconds. 1.
I step through the door with my hands visible but ready. Not up, just visible.
The Kenku! Perfect!
Now that you're both in the room, Trevor moves to block the door, standing between you and the exit. Florian is practically vibrating with excitement.
Do you know who I am? I'm Florian. This entire operation, this beautiful monument to violence, exists because of my family's vision.
See, I thought that was down to Marlo. I thought that he was the one with the ideas.
Oh dear, no! I'm so much better than Marlo. He's all business, no artistry. I'm the one who understands that violence should be theater.
Well, I'm glad to see that Jask is still alive.
Oh, how touching! Yes, your friend is alive. Minus a few digits, but alive. You see, he was bait. For you specifically. The ones who killed my Ilana.
Who the fuck's Alana?
The woman you murdered!
He screams that, and spittle flies from his mouth.
My love. My beautiful spy who was watching you at that disgusting tavern. You threw her off a roof.
Oh, her. Yes, that was absolutely hilarious.
Unfortunate. That was unfortunate.
Unfortunate?
He hurls his wine glass against the wall with such force it explodes into a constellation of crystal fragments. Red wine runs down the wallpaper like blood.
I loved her! We were going to run away together, leave this cesspool and go somewhere with culture. Somewhere that appreciates art and beauty and doesn't smell like piss and death. We had plans. We had passage booked to Velanir. And you killed her.
She was trying to kill us first.
Lies. She was scouting, observing, following orders, doing her job. She never made a move against you. Marlo specifically told her reconnaissance only.
His face is purple with rage now, tears actually streaming down his cheeks, carving clean lines through his powder makeup. He pulls out a rapier from his hip. It's ridiculously ornate. The blade is actual mithril, the guard is worked gold, and there are genuine sapphires in the pommel. This weapon is worth more than most people's houses.
Trevor was supposed to capture you at the main entrance when you came for the cat. A simple grab and go. But apparently Trevor is useless.
Sir, with respect, they came 11 hours early. The midnight execution was supposed to draw them in when we had full security.
Why would anyone come early to their own death trap?
Because they're either very smart or very stupid. And either way, we should have planned for...
Shut up, Trevor! Just shut up!
He spins back to face you both, and when he moves, you can see he actually knows what he's doing. The rapier isn't just for show.
Did you know I studied swordplay at the academy? 5 years, top of my class. Most likely to draw blood artistically, they called me. I was going to be a professional duelist before Marlo convinced me to join the family business.
He takes a fencing stance that's actually technically perfect, if a bit theatrical. His feet are positioned perfectly, his weight distributed exactly as the textbooks describe. The tears are still on his face, but his hand is steady.
Joe, telepathically to Thrunk, I say, this is about to go completely sideways. Florian's having a grief-fueled breakdown, and he's about to try to sword fight us.
Do you need backup?
Not yet, just...
Good, because we're busy.
Right.
Before we begin, I want you to know something. Elena, she meant everything to me. She was the only person in this shit stain of a city who understood me, who saw me as more than just Marlo's weird... So, I'm going to take everything from you. Starting with the cat, then your bard friend, then you, little bird, and I'm gonna make it artistic.
Joe, I step forward with my hands out. Just hold on a second. Does it really need to come to this? Marlo runs a criminal empire. People die. It's the nature of the business.
Are you afraid, Bard? Are your hands trembling? Is sweat pooling under that ridiculous loot dagger contraption?
I'm trying to be reasonable.
Reasonable? Was it reasonable when you threw the only person I've ever loved off a building? This isn't about reason. This is about honor. About Elena's memory. About making you suffer the way I've suffered every moment since we found her body.
He's working himself up into a frenzy now, the rapier whipping through practice forms.
Fuck it. Joe, I manifest 2 psychic blades, 1 in each hand.
The purple energy crackles to life, casting strange shadows across the room. Trevor immediately draws his sword fully, moving into a combat stance.
Sir, permission to engage?
Yes, Trevor, finally! Got the bird while I take the bard!
Oh, for fuck's sake! Joe, as Florian steps toward me, I cast Thunder Wave. I'm angling it to miss Jask, but catch both Florian and Trevor.
Nice. So for their spell saves, Florian gets a 15, he saves. Trevor gets an 8, he fails. Roll damage.
That's 13 points of thunder damage.
The thunder wave erupts from Barwin's position like an invisible battering ram made of pure sound. The room's expensive furnishings, the chairs, the bar, the carpet, all get blasted backward. Florian, despite his thin frame, somehow braces himself against the blast. His fancy boots dig into the carpet, his rapier held in front of him like he's parrying the very air itself. The force hits him hard. His perfect hair gets blown back. His expensive jacket tears at the shoulder. Blood trickles from his ears, but he stays standing through sheer spite and surprisingly good reflexes. Trevor is not so lucky. The thunder wave catches him mid-step, and he has no chance. The blast lifts him clean off his feet and sends him flying backward toward the open balcony. His arms windmill desperately, his sword clatters away, and for one moment he's suspended in the air with a look of pure surprise.
Shit.
He flies over the balcony railing. It's a 40-foot drop to the fighting pit below. Constitution save to see if he can grab something. Natural 2. His fingers scrape uselessly against the smooth railing as he goes over. The scream is long, getting fainter as he falls. Then there's a wet thud from below, followed by gasps from the crowd, who just watched a guard fall from the heavens into the middle of their blood sport. Florian first looks at where Trevor was, then at you, terrified.
Trevor's been with me for 3 years!
Oh no, I didn't mean...
Drop the fucking rapier and back away, or you're next, and you can join Trevor and Elena.
Florian is shaking now. The bravado is cracking. He's just watched his bodyguard get launched to his death whilst barely moved.
Okay.
He drops the rapier, which clatters on the floor.
Just, please, don't hurt me! I'm not actually a fighter! The academy was mostly theory! I've never actually killed anyone myself! I just give orders!
Good. Now why don't you go check if Trevor's okay? Maybe he caught something on the way down?
Hope flares in his eyes.
Oh, you think? Maybe he grabbed a banner or... Yes, I should check!
He turns and rushes to the balcony, peering over desperately.
Trevor, are
The
you...
second his back is turned, I whip one of my psionic blades into his spine. Sneak attack.
Oh gods, Quill no.
Roll to hit.
That's a 16.
Hits, roll damage, and indeed this is with sneak attack.
Base is 5 plus 4 from Dex, plus 8 from sneak attack, and 17 points of psychic damage.
You flick the blade. It passes through Florian's expensive jacket like it doesn't exist and lodges directly in his spine. Florian's body goes rigid. His hands clutch at his back, trying to grab something that isn't physically there. He turns to look at you both, his face a mask of betrayal and agony.
But I surrendered.
Yeah, well, skill issue.
He drops to his knees, then forward onto his face. Blood starts pooling under him, soaking into that expensive carpet. He's not dead yet, but he's dying, gasping, choking on his own blood. Jask, from where he's bound, shouts over.
Good, let him die. His men took my fingers. He was going to feed me to the fucking crowd.
No, we're not executioners. Joe, I rush over to Florian and attempt to stabilize him.
Are you fucking kidding me?
We can't just execute everyone.
I already spared that guard on the roof because of your bleeding heart. This one is Marlo's own blood. He'll send everything after us.
Which is exactly why we shouldn't kill him. You think Marlo will be less angry if we murder his family?
What's it gonna be, Barwin? Florian is gurgling, maybe 10 seconds from dead.
I'll stabilize him, Joe. I cast Healing Word.
Okay. The magic flows into Florian, sealing the worst of the psychic damage. He's still unconscious, but his breathing steadies. He'll live.
You've doomed us. When he wakes up, when he tells Marlo exactly who we are...
They already know who we are. They saw us break in. The guards saw Scribbity down below. That ship has sailed.
I cut Jask's bonds. Can you walk?
Barely. They worked me over good, and my hand...
He holds up his left hand. 2 fingers are gone, cut clean at the knuckle. It's been crudely cauterized, but still weeping blood.
Christ, damn animals.
See? This is what they do. And you want to leave him alive to do it again.
He's unconscious, and we're taking his prisoner. The message is sent.
We need to get out of here. Now. Trevor's body just crashed into the middle of their fucking fight pit.
Joe, what's the situation down there? How bad is it?
Looking over the balcony, you see controlled chaos. Trevor's body is sprawled in the sand of the fighting pit, limbs bent at impossible angles, blood pooling in the sawdust. The goblin who was still celebrating is standing there confused, still holding his bloody knives, looking between the corpse and the sky like he's waiting for more bodies to rain down. The crowd is in that special state between confusion and panic. Half are pushing forward to get a better look, the other half backing away. You can hear voices shouting, "Did he jump? Someone pushed him. Check the VIP boxes." Guards are starting to mobilize, but they're not organized yet. Some are heading for the stairs, others are trying to control the crowd. A few are examining Trevor's body. You've got maybe 2 or 3 minutes before they reach this level.
Right. Are we going down through the main entrance?
Nice try. No fucking way. We're going back the way we came. Catwalk to skylight.
Oh, no, not the heights again. My stomach still hasn't recovered.
You got me to spare 2 people today. Which is bullshit, by the way, since you technically killed Trevor, so I'm choosing our escape route. We go up and out.
I didn't mean to kill him. The spell just...
Save it. Can you cast Featherfall again? We can jump from the roof.
Yes, actually. Falling is definitely easier than climbing that nightmare building again.
Good. Jask, I'm going to carry you. Don't argue.
Wasn't going to. Can barely stand. Everything hurts. Might pass out in a moment.
Quill hoists Jask over his shoulder in a fireman's carry. The tabaxi is lighter than he looks, and he didn't look very heavy to begin with. He groans but doesn't resist.
Let's move. Joe, we head back through the corridor toward the catwalk access.
You burst out of Florian's suite into the VIP corridor. The expensive carpet muffles your footsteps, but you can hear boots on the stairs. Guards coming up from the second floor, multiple sets, moving fast.
Faster!
You reach the balcony where you first arrived. The catwalk is still there, swaying slightly. 30 feet of metal between you and the skylight escape route. But there's a problem. 2 guards are coming up the catwalk from below, having used it to quickly access the upper levels.
Stop right there! Nobody moves until...
How the hell are they already here?
First wave.
Oh, fuck this entirely. Joe, I pull out my loot dagger and charge them screaming.
Oh, God, Barwin, no.
The guards are not expecting a bard with a dagger duct taped to a loot to come charging at them on a narrow catwalk. Roll intimidation with advantage for sheer audacity.
That's 15.
The first guard actually takes a step back in shock. His partner looks equally confused.
What the fuck is that thing?
It's art.
Roll to attack.
Natural 1.
Ooh, that's not good. Roll a d20 for me so we can see just how not good this is.
Oh my lord, natural 20.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm gonna say that your swing is so wild, so poorly aimed, that you actually hit the catwalk support cable instead of the guard. The good news is you don't fall. The bad news is that singular cable snaps and the entire catwalk suddenly lurches sideways, tilting at a 15-degree angle. Everyone on it has to make dexterity saves.
Oh wow, that's a 14.
16, and I'm holding Jask, so...
Make it with disadvantage.
Higher, so still 16.
Nice. Both guards rolled low. 8 and 7. You and Quill managed to grab the railing, boots sliding but finding purchase. Both guards aren't so lucky. The sudden tilt catches them completely off guard. One manages to catch himself, his fingers wrapping around the catwalk's mesh, hanging there with his legs kicking in open air. The other just falls, arms windmilling uselessly. His scream lasts about 2 seconds before it's cut short by impact 200 feet below. The hanging guard screams out, "Help! Help me! Please!"
I feel genuinely bad about this.
He's panicking even more now as he's slipping. "Just help me then!"
Joe, how long will it take us to get through this skylight?
Anywhere from like 10 seconds, depending how quick you are.
Right, I'm going to cast Featherfall on all 4 of us now then, including that guard. In fact, can we go back slightly so I can cast it on the other one too?
Yeah, sure, fine.
Thanks. Right, now that's been cast, I say to the dangling guy. Trust me, it's actually safer if you let go. Then I kick him off.
Okay.
Up, now!
Quill goes first, still carrying Jask, hauling himself up through the skylight with pure adrenaline-fueled strength. The rope is still there from earlier. Barwin follows, significantly less graceful, his loot dagger banging against the frame. You emerge onto the roof just as the first crossbow bolt thunks into the skylight frame, missing Barwin's ass by inches.
The guard we tied up, is he still?
He's still there, conscious now, writhing against his bonds, making muffled screaming sounds through his gag. His eyes go wide with terror when he sees you. He's clearly been trying to work himself free for the past 20 minutes with 0 success.
We jump off the western side, away from the main entrance. 3, 2, 1.
Jump!
You run to the edge of the roof and leap into open air. For a moment, You're in freefall from 200 feet up, the ground rushing toward you. Then the spell kicks in and suddenly you're floating down like dandelion seeds on the wind. Below, people on the street are pointing up, shouting in confusion. You can see guards pouring out of the crown's main entrance, looking around frantically.
This is still absolutely terrifying.
This is actually kind of nice, compared to everything else.
You drift down toward a relatively empty side street.
The moment we hit ground, we run. Jask, can you manage?
I'll try, just don't let go.
As you're floating down like the world's most obvious escapees, let's jump back to Team Thrunk and see what's happening underground. You're pressed against the wall in the corridor outside Marlo's vault, hearts pounding, trying to control your breathing. The door ahead is slightly ajar, maybe 6 inches, just enough to see and hear what's happening inside.
Joe, I'm positioned so I can see through the gap. What do I see?
Give me a perception check.
That's a 16.
Nice. So through the narrow opening, you can see maybe half the vault room. And to be honest with you, it's exactly what you'd expect from someone who runs a criminal empire. Display cases containing art that's probably stolen, jewelry that would make nobles weep, weapons that look both beautiful and deadly. There's a massive desk, dark wood, covered in ledgers and documents, probably made from mahogany, and the lighting comes from expensive, ever-burning sconces that cost a month's wages each. And then there's Marlo, standing at his desk. He's not what you expected, at all. He's what, maybe 5'6", unremarkably average features, the kind of face you'd pass on the street and forget instantly. Brown hair thinning at the crown, simple dark clothing, well-tailored but not exactly ostentatious. But there's something about how he stands. His posture is absolutely perfect. Spine straight, shoulders back, chin level. Not the posture of someone trying to look important, but someone who is important and doesn't need to try. Every movement is economical, precise. He's currently examining something on his desk, and even that simple action, the way his fingers move across the paper, the angle of his head, speaks of total control. This is a man who you would imagine has murdered people with the same emotional investment most people give to paperwork.
Joe, I whisper to Thrunk, he's so organized.
I whisper back, I know, it's fucking freaky.
And then you notice there's someone else already in the room with him, standing near the back wall, partially obscured by shadows, perfectly still. Where Marlo is unremarkable, this figure is actively unsettling. Tall, gaunt, with skin so pale it's almost translucent. His head is shaved, revealing a network of ritual scars covering his scalp in geometric patterns, the kind of scarification that suggests dark magic, the really nasty kind. His eyes are the worst part. Not evil or cruel, just empty, like looking into the eyes of a corpse that forgot to stop moving. He's holding a container, an urn, about 2 feet tall, 1 foot wide. It's made of some dark metal that seems to absorb light rather than reflect it. And even from here, even through the crack in the door, you can feel something wrong about it.
I whispered to Pervious, how the fuck did I not see that creepy bastard before?
I whisper back, he exists in the spaces between attention. A useful skill for someone in his profession.
The figure steps forward from the shadows, moving with that deliberate professional pace. He's carrying the urn carefully, like it might explode. Marlo glances up from his documents.
Ah, Dresden, you're back. I trust you have something worth interrupting my work.
I investigated the area of significance, sir. My suspicions were accurate. There was something there.
Marlo doesn't look up from his documents. His voice is crisp, precise, with an upper-class accent that's been deliberately cultivated.
What do you mean? What?
Now Marlo looks up and you see his eyes for the first time. Dark brown, sharp as broken glass, taking in everything about Dresden and that urn in a single glance.
It didn't make sense, sir. Better if I show you.
He sets the urn on Marlo's desk with surprising gentleness, like he's handling something that might explode. Which, given what happens next, isn't far wrong.
We found this in the ruins, where the detonation occurred.
Marlo steps closer, studying the urn.
And what?
That's when it screams. It's not a human scream, it's wrong on a fundamental level. Too many voices layered over each other, pitches that shouldn't be possible, sounds that make your teeth ache and your stomach clench. It's the sound of something that shouldn't exist being forced into existence anyway. Marlo instinctively steps back. The first uncontrolled movement you've seen from him. His hand goes to a wand at his hip. Pure reflex.
Dear God, what is that?
Unknown, sir. It took out 3 of my men before we could contain it, ripped them to shreds. Elia, Pelton, and Velrong. I had to abandon another 4 in that godforsaken frozen city.
I don't care about them. Personnel are replaceable. Tell me about this.
It's alive, sir. That much is certain. It screams sometimes, as you heard. Approximately every 47 minutes, though the interval varies. And occasionally a face appears in it.
A face?
Multiple faces, human, sometimes other species. I saw what might have been a dwarf yesterday, and something with too many eyes this morning. They appear in the surface of the substance, mouths open, then sink back into the mass, and it whispers.
Whispers what?
That it's hungry, that we should let it out, that it remembers things. The usual nonsense from unstable magical entities.
Joe, I'm trying to get a better view of this urn. Can I lean forward slightly without being seen?
Stealth check.
Fuck, that's a 9.
You lean forward and your armor creaks slightly. Just the tiniest sound, leather on metal. Both Marlo and Dresden's heads snap toward the door. You freeze, not even breathing. There's a pause. Marlo's eyes are fixed on the door, calculating.
The door wasn't closed properly. Dresden, in the future, ensure the vault is secured before showing me acquisitions.
Dresden doesn't argue, doesn't point out that Marlo was the last one to touch the door. In his mind, he's already categorized this as his failure. It is his job to ensure security before presenting sensitive materials, regardless of who left the door ajar. That's the professional standard. That's what keeps you alive in this business.
My apologies, sir.
Marlo walks to the door, and for a terrifying moment, you think he's going to throw it fully open. Instead, he pushes it almost closed, leaving just a crack. You can still hear, but you can't see anymore. Make a perception check to pick up details just from sound.
That's a 19.
Another 9. My dice are fucking me today.
Pervious, you can follow the conversation perfectly, picking up nuances in tone and pauses. Thrunk, you get the general gist, but miss some of the subtler details.
Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Do you understand what this is, Dresden?
A dangerous, magical anomaly that killed 3 trained operatives and nearly killed me.
Marlo laughs, a cold, calculating sound.
That's the pedestrian interpretation. This is opportunity incarnate. Something unique, something powerful, something the Empire or the rebels would pay fortunes for. Actual fortunes, Dresden. The kind that buy countries.
You intend to sell it?
Eventually. First, I want to understand it. See what it does. What it can do. If it killed your men that easily, imagine what it could do to my enemies. Properly contained, properly directed, this could be worth more than everything else in this room combined.
Pervious, as Marlo says this, you feel something. A pull. Not physical, but deeper. Like a string attached to your chest being tugged gently but insistently. The same sensation you get when you touch the threads, when you punch through time, when reality bends around your fists. But this time it's coming from outside you, from that room, from that urn.
I whisper so quietly only Thrunk can hear. The threads are screaming at me. That thing is connected to me somehow. I can feel it.
Connected how?
Do I know that, Joe?
Not precisely. It's more feeling than knowledge. Like, you know how when you do your temporal punches, reality feels thin, breakable? This feels the same, but from the outside looking in. Whatever's in that urn operates on the same fundamental wrongness that you do.
I don't know exactly. Like we're made of the same impossible material, different expressions of the same equation.
Thrunk, before you can respond, Dresden's voice cuts through from inside the vault, pulling the conversation back to business.
Speaking of fortunes and enemies, sir, Sir Tobin should be arriving shortly. I get the sense his visit regards funding.
There's a slight edge of amusement in Marlo's voice.
Ah, yes. Our gnomish friend. He'll want the crystals too, no doubt.
Do you think Sir Tobin was 5 minutes late because of his small legs? The canal steps are quite steep.
There's a pause. Then Marlo speaks, and there's something in his voice that makes your blood run cold. Not anger, not mockery, just that particular tone of casual cruelty wrapped in dark humor.
Dresden, that's beneath you. Sir Tobin's stature is perfectly proportional for his species. His chronic tardiness has nothing to do with his legs and everything to do with his belief that making others wait demonstrates power. It doesn't. It demonstrates insecurity, which is why, after this transaction concludes, I should have his legs broken, both of them, properly, in multiple places. Then we'll see if his punctuality improves.
The joke lands with the weight of someone who absolutely could make it happen if he wanted to. There's a beat of silence.
Efficient, sir.
I prefer the term educational. Now, have the crystals been prepared?
All 4 crates, sir. 10 crystals in each crate, each containing a full set. The rebels will be very pleased with the quality.
Docking bay?
Baby, sir. Loaded. We'll wait for the evening tide, then they'll begin their journey westward to the rebel link.
Good. And our Imperial contacts?
Also satisfied. The last shipment reached them successfully.
Then you hear movement. They're walking toward the door. Toward you.
Fuck. Joe, where can we hide?
Okay. You're in a room that's about 30 by 30 feet. Behind you is the passageway back to the canal chamber where the guards are. Maybe 30 feet down that way. The vault door is right in front of you, the one you've been peeking through. The room is well lit by those magical sconces, clean stone walls, absolutely nowhere to hide. Except, on either side of the vault door, there are 2 decorative curtains flanking the entrance. They're completely unnecessary since you're underground, just there to make the place look fancy. Heavy velvet, dark red, floor to ceiling. Also, there are 2 wooden crates stacked in one corner and a small side table with a vase on it.
The curtains. We hide behind the curtains.
Move! You both rush to the curtains. Give me stealth checks. This is to see how quietly you can get into position and how well you blend in.
Natural 20!
Oh, for fuck's sake. 13.
Okay. So, Pervious moves quickly, somehow flowing behind the left curtain like water, becoming one with the fabric. He's completely invisible, perfectly still, breathing so shallow you'd need magic to detect him. Thrunk. You are 8 feet tall. You weigh somewhere north of 600 pounds. You are an elephant. And you try to hide behind a curtain that was designed for decoration, not for concealing megafauna.
Fuck!
Your trunk immediately sticks out the bottom. You try to tuck it up, but then your head pushes the curtain outward in this obvious lump. You adjust, trying to pull yourself narrower, and your shoulder knocks the curtain rod. It doesn't fall, but it tilts at a 10-degree angle. The whole curtain is now billowing outward in an elephant-shaped bulge. Marlo walks past Pervious's curtain without a glance. It's perfect, undisturbed. Then he reaches your curtain, Thrunk. The one that's visibly bulging. The one where an elephant trunk is sticking out the bottom. The one where the rod is tilted at a crazy angle. He stops. Marlo stares at the curtain for a long moment. Dresden stops beside him, hand going to a wand. The silence stretches out. 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Then Marlo speaks, his voice carrying that same calculated calm.
Dresden, when was the last time you had the decoration curtains cleaned?
Dresden hesitates for a moment.
Sir?
The curtains, they're filthy. Look at this one. The rod is nearly falling off. The fabric is bunched incorrectly. It's unprofessional. I run an empire, Dresden, not a slum. Have them replaced by tomorrow.
Of course, sir. My apologies.
Good. Now, let's not keep our diminutive friend waiting any longer than necessary. I want this Tobin business concluded sooner rather than later.
They continue walking through the room toward the door. You hear it open, the heavy wood creaking slightly on its hinges. Their footsteps move into the canal chamber beyond, voices beginning to fade as they walk past where the guards are stationed. Then you hear Marlo's voice, shifting in tone, warmer, more performative. He's greeting someone.
Tobin, I trust the journey wasn't too taxing.
The response comes in that rich tenor Tobin's voice carries even at a distance.
Oh, you know how it is. Hours in a canal barge contemplating whether my spine will ever forgive me. But I survived. How are the fights going these days anyway? I heard screaming on my way in, either spectacular violence or catastrophic incompetence.
Both, as it happens. Would you like to see?
I shouldn't. I came for business, after all. But it was such a long journey. I wouldn't be opposed to one match, just one.
Then follow me.
You hear movement, multiple sets of footsteps heading away from the canal chamber back toward the main complex. The sound of boots on stone stairs, ascending, growing fainter. Then silence.
I whispered to Pervious. Did he actually not notice me?
I have no idea. But if he did...
What?
Then why did he pretend not to?
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
It's possible, though. Men like Marlo don't operate on immediate violence. They operate on tactical moves. We're in his building. We've discovered his vault. We've heard about his smuggling operation. He knows we know. But he's letting us leave because he wants to see what we do with that information. Whether we run, whether we sell it, whether we try to interfere. We're more valuable as moving pieces than dead ones.
That's interesting.
Or I could be completely wrong, which is the most likely case if I might add.
Yeah. He's busy. He's got this Tobin meeting. He just didn't give a shit about a weird lumpy curtain.
If you need to believe that to sleep tonight, my friend, then believe that.
Joe, fuck his mind games. We're going into that vault.
You want to go inside Marlo's personal vault? The man who might or might not have just caught you and is letting you run free for mysterious reasons?
Stop bullshitting me. If he saw us, he would have done something. And yes, he's at his meeting. Dresden's with him. The urn thing is in there, and I want to see what the fuck it actually is.
I agree. The threads are pulling me toward that room. Toward that urn. I have to see it.
Okay, guys. So, you push open the vault door. Still unlocked from when Marlo left it. The room is exactly as you glimpsed it before, but now you can see the full scope. This isn't just a vault, it's a museum. The walls are lined with display cases containing items. A crown that probably belonged to some long-dead king, studded with gems. A painting of a noble family. Weapons ranging from mundane to clearly magical. A sword that hums with power. A bow that seems to be made of solidified moonlight. A set of daggers that leave frost in the air. Ledgers cover the desk, open to pages of numbers that would take an accountant days to parse. Shipping manifests, payment records, names and dates and locations in Marlo's precise handwriting. And there, on a pedestal in the far corner, isolated from everything else, the urn. Now that you're closer, now that you can really see it, the wrongness is overwhelming. The metal it's made from isn't any metal you recognize. It seems to shift color depending on the angle, from deep black to dark purple to a nauseating green. The surface is covered in symbols that your eyes slide off when you try to focus on them. And you can hear it. Not the scream from before, but a constant low sound like breathing, like whispering, like 1,000 voices speaking words just below the threshold of understanding.
I need to see inside.
You sure about that?
No, but I need to. Anyway, the universe isn't giving me a choice.
Pervious, as you approach the urn, make a wisdom saving throw for me.
That's 14!
Okay. So, as you get within 5 feet of the urn, the whispering gets louder. You can almost make out words now.
I press my ear to the urn.
Perception check.
18.
Okay, so you do hear something.
Help us. Help me. Let us out. We remember you. We've always remembered you. You're like us. You're made of the same breaking, the same impossible moment. Join us. Complete us. Free us.
I reach out and touch the urn.
Jesus fuck, Pervious.
The moment your fingers touch the metal, you feel it. A connection, instant and undeniable, like completing a circuit. Pervious, you see things, flashes, fragments, confusion. Waking in a body that doesn't remember how to breathe, touching your own face like it belongs to a stranger, steel sliding between ribs. But the pain isn't yours. You're watching yourself die from outside your own body. The sensations pile on top of each other, drowning you. Glass cylinders. The revelation hitting like cold water. You're not real. You never were. It accelerates. Reality fractures into 1,000 glittering shards. Spells written in languages your tongue shouldn't know, but somehow speaks fluently. Magic that tastes like life and death holding hands. Eyes burning with hellfire, speaking your name. But not your name. His name. The one you used to be. 2 small hands reaching up. Father. One voice sharp as brimstone, the other soft as sunlight. Love and loss tangled so tight, you can't separate them. Your skull feels like it's being pulled apart from the inside. Cities made of prayer and impossible geometry. 13 stars falling from a sky that has too many colors. Divine hands forging weapons meant to wound divinity itself. Standing over corpses. Blood on marble floors. The pressure is unbearable now. Your consciousness is a cup overfilling. A woman's hand pressed against invisible glass. Blood marking a barrier you can't cross. Her eyes meeting yours one last time before reality itself reaches down and gently, so gently, unmakes her. Then you pull your hand back and the vision ends.
Hot diggity damn!
You okay?
Define okay.
What did you see?
The end of something, and the beginning of something worse.
So it's dangerous.
Catastrophically, and we're absolutely taking it.
Good. I was hoping you'd say that.
The threads are screaming that this is important. Not just important, crucial to finding out. To us, to what's coming, to everything.
You know what? I'm not going to pretend I get it, but as long as you get it, that's fine. Besides, this thing sounds fucking awesome. Imagine what we could do with it.
No.
Huh?
We don't do anything with it. We don't use it. That's the wrong approach entirely. You don't use a thing like this, Thrunk. You care for it. You protect it. You nurture it.
You want to nurture the murderous reality-breaking entity in a jar?
Yes. Because if we try to use it, if we try to weaponize it or exploit it, it will destroy us. I'm certain of that. But if we treat it as what it is, a collection of suffering and possibility that needs guidance, then maybe it can guide us forth.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Joe, I carefully lift the urn. How heavy is it?
Surprisingly light, maybe 15 pounds total despite its size.
I want to stash the urn on my person first. Can I tuck it into my robes or something?
Yeah, you've got those loose monk robes. You can secure it against your body with your sash. It's awkward but manageable.
Let's go!
Wait, Joe, I want to grab something else.
Huh? Something else? We're currently stealing a priceless magical entity, and you want more?
Well, he's going to know we robbed him anyway when he finds the urn missing. Might as well make it worth the heat. What else is in here that looks valuable?
Investigation check.
Finally, that's a 19.
Your eyes scan the room with the practiced assessment of someone who's robbed a lot of places. Most of this stuff is valuable but impractical. Paintings are too big. The crown is too identifiable. The weapons are too obvious, but there, in a small velvet-lined box on the desk, almost hidden among the ledgers, a locket, gold, ornate, covered in engravings that seem to move when you're not looking directly at them. It's radiating magic so strongly, you can feel it from here.
That. I take the locket and I shove it in my pocket.
You stuff the locket in your pouch. The vault is silent except for that constant low whispering from the urn. Then, footsteps. Multiple sets, echoing down the stone stairway you came from. Voices carrying down from above, getting closer. A new voice cuts through. A rich tenor, surprisingly deep for its owner, each word articulated with theatrical precision.
Quite the mess you've cultivated here, Marlo. I came expecting blood sport and fine wine. Instead, I find guards chasing imaginary birdmen across your rooftops.
Marlo's response is ice-cold patience.
The wine is still available. The sport will resume once I've dealt with incompetent personnel. 3 days, Tobin. Dispatch point, as agreed.
And if your personnel issues compromise my shipment?
There's a pause. When Marlo speaks again, his voice carries an edge sharp enough to cut stone.
Then you wouldn't receive your donation, Tobin. Let's be clear about our arrangement. This is my goodwill, not your leverage. It never has been. It never will be. The rebels get their gold, their weapons, their crystals, because I allow it, not because they're owed anything. If my operation is compromised, yours disappears with it.
There's a beat of silence. When Tobin responds, the theatrical smugness is gone.
No need to get uppity, my old friend. Nobody expects anything of you. We're simply grateful you're on board. Enthusiasm tends to make one forget their manners.
The footsteps are getting louder. They're descending the stairs, maybe 30 seconds away from reaching your level. But before we deal with that, let's figure out what's going on with you, Squibbity.
Nice.
Hey folks, if you've been enjoying the series, the best way to support it is over on Patreon. They take the smallest cut, you'll always be notified when new episodes drop, and you can even listen screen locked. Plus, if you like watching on your TV, every post includes an unlisted YouTube link so you can still cast it straight to the big screen. Links are below, and truly, thank you for helping keep this world alive.